Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this fish series from Rita Berman's water book. We are past halfway now actually, and we have this little sleepy fish that we're going to do today at the bottom of the page. Gosh, my voice has disappeared, I don't know where to. May mean I have to stop after this one. We'll see how we go. So there he is, or she is, I'm not sure which. Okay, now I've been trying to do these with all different colour combinations, and I've decided for this one that I'm going to do dark browns and light browns, so a bit of a mix. I'm going to actually start with this main part of the body here, and I'm going to use my lightest colour for this. And then these stripes are going to be put on top afterwards. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it. So my lightest colour is this one, which is number 49, and that is the fawn. So we're going to just give it a sharpen. Now I want the fish to look slightly rounded as we have with the others. Although we've got these sort of pieces here and here, I see no reason why we can't make this dark and lighten it towards the middle. So that's what I'm going to try and do. As I said, I'm going to colour over this crosshatch bit, but I think I won't colour over this bit on the edge. I don't think it will hurt if it looks a little bit different. So all the way to here, and this bit I want to be quite intense, so I'm going to layer it over a few times before I start bringing it up towards the middle. Now we've got a larger area here than we have here, so we need to fade quite quickly on that bit, but not so much on this bit. Makes it a little bit tricky. But you can always just colour it all flat without any shading if that's what you find easier, or you can colour it all really delicately to start with and then just build up the colour from the edges if that helps you. I find that just colouring over and over along the edge quite a lot, and then just starting to gently take the colour up works for me. At the top it's the reverse, so lots and lots at the top, and then instead of fading as we go up, or fading as we go down. That's it. This is probably the largest area that we're going to spend time colouring, because the colour is fairly pale. It just takes a little bit more building up layer wise to get a difference between the less and more intense areas, but I think it's worth it. It doesn't take us too long, but sometimes it's just worth it. Now sit back and have a look at your version. Is it fading as you want it? Do you need to add some more layers? Do you need to even it out a little bit more? I need to do all of those things. It's just a matter of just working it until you feel happy. As I said, you may just want to keep it flat. That's absolutely fine, particularly if you've got a felt tip pen, a water-based marker or something. It's much more difficult to build up the layers without eating away the paper, and also without it soaking through to the page beneath, which is a nightmare. I'm also going to use this colour for the face, okay, and do the same thing. It's very cute, isn't it? Now I am wondering what I'm going to be doing for pens with this one, because you know how we've used a coloured glitter pen with a coloured gel? Well, we don't have a brown one, but we may have to use our gold, possibly. I will have a little think and a look, because we've, yeah, orange, gold or orange I guess. Oh, it's Excuse me, yawning. I'm going to grab my next colour. I am tired. I've been up. I was awake very early. This is number 72. It's called Dark Sand. I'm going to use this for these lines. I'm going to try to make them darker on the edges and lighter in the middle. It's going to be a bit easier as I get to some longer ones. Those short ones are quite tricky, and the ones on the top are easier than the ones underneath, but you can sort of see from the colours that you've already put down what to do. But do make sure you put some colour down on every one. There's no need to leave any white paper. It's just quite a subtle effect, I think. It doesn't matter what order you do them in. I'm just messing about, doing them in the way that feels most natural to me. Yeah. It's just occurring to me that I had said yesterday that my husband saw the heron over the canal, and I call him the heron and I call the kingfisher, as if there's only one. I know for a fact there's at least two herons because they look different. One of them is scruffy, one of them isn't. Poor heron. So here I'm going to fade towards the centre as well. So yes, they do look quite different. And I have been followed along the canal by a kingfisher before, and I did have a theory that maybe it was more than one. I'm just trying to grab the Van Dyke Brown next. Here we go. Oh, that's not the correct one. Hold on a moment. That's an Ergosoft. It's too hot today to be using Ergosofts. So I think it's this one I want. Yes, number 76, Van Dyke Brown. You can use the Ergosofts there. I'm going to do these dots. I'm going to colour over them. I know that these pencils don't smudge. So I know that when I go over the top of this in another colour, which I will, when I colour in this section, I will just colour over the top of all these brown dots because it's a lot easier. I know that if I do that, it won't smudge. If you've got a smudgy pencil, then you're going to want to do this afterwards. I somehow find it easier to do it first. I'm not sure why. It does make a difference to the colour, but not a significant enough difference for the purposes of what we're doing here. We're really only playing with colours anyway. So it's okay. You can do it in whichever order works for you. I think it's a bit easier to see the circles that are drawn on before you colour over them. But again, it's not going to make a humongous difference. So I'm going to put a lighter brown on here. I'm going to use number 73, which is our burnt sienna. Okay. Now I think I'm going to try and make it a little darker near the body of the fish, and then fade towards the as we move away in the same way that I did for our other fins. Gosh, I feel like I could fall asleep. Let's not do that. I don't nod off in the day. On the very odd occasion I used to, but not anymore. I don't know what caused it. It was usually in the car, and I guess that was probably boredom. I don't know. I do find car journeys quite tiring. Long car journeys, not nipping to the corner shop, although we try and go by foot. But yes, I find long car journeys tiring. Right, so this bit should be a little bit darker, and hopefully there you can still see the darker dots. Yes, you can. So that's rather good. Now we're going to grab another brown. Why not? This is the tobacco brown, which is number 77. I'm going to use this for I think this edge here, but I'm going to make it darker at the bottom, lighter towards the middle again, like this. I think that's working. And I'm going to use it for this little fin and make it much darker at the body of the fish by just colouring it over and over. Then less layers as we go down towards this little pointy bit. I think I'm also going to use this for the very end of the tail. I'm just trying to think how to, I think I'm going to make it more intense top and bottom, so more intense here and less here, and then more intense here and less here. That's the way. I don't know if I want to do a bit of that or not. No, I think I'll leave that. For this end of the tail, I'm actually going to use this dark sand colour, which is 72 again, and I'm going to use it in the same way as I used the brown, so much darker here and lighter towards the middle. Now, although these are all sort of brown shades, they do look quite different because we've got, you know, the sort of more terracotta-y, more reddish colours as well as the dark brown colours. So I think it helps to break it up a little bit. Now here we have this wiggly pattern. I think I'm going to ignore it and just colour over it and reduce the amount of layers towards the middle yet again. Now what I'm thinking with this fish is that I don't have a gel pen which is really going to work, so I am going to use my glaze pen, the 700, on this one. So we're going to do the same sort of thing like the sparkles here on top of here, but we're just not going to use any colour, just glitter. I think anything I try would just take from what we're trying to achieve here, which is just browns. So over all the dots, and they'll still show up as being darker because they've got the dark pencil underneath. It's quite fun. Dot, 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 dotting. Dot, dot, dot. Gosh, I'm getting close to the end. I'm going to have to make a decision soon about background, but I haven't yet. So here is the sparkle. Let's just show you. You can see where it is. And there he is, flat. I can still see a bit of sparkle, but not so much. So there we go, that's today's video done. And well done if you're colouring along. You're 2/3 of the way through the fish. We've got obviously 3 more left, so looking forward to those. But for now, I hope you have a very, very good day and happy colouring.